Philip Beckham, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Abigail Beckham. I'm a junior.
I'm Alex Pigarelli. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Carmen Cruz. I'm a sophomore.
How was St. Anne's different or the same than your friends' experiences?
We went to Mass every Friday, so we were kind of sitting all together, kind of in the front, and how the oldest grade then? 6th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6th grade sat with the kindergartners, and they were all kind of mixed together, and you knew you were close to everyone.
The older students kind of set an example for the younger students. That's why the 6th graders would sit with the kindergartners so they can learn how to be respectful at Mass, I think. And I think that at other schools, like for St. Anne's, it's not only a community, but it's also a family. So you're really close. I'm really close with the teachers. I keep in touch. I'm even emailing. And I think that it's just like a really almost like a family. And with other schools, sure, you know the teachers, but you don't have a personal connection with them like you had at St. Anne's.
I think a lot of other schools, they do, so a lot of the schools around here that my friends came from were smaller private schools, but I think it was, having St. Anne's, it was a great community to be around, and that did continue here. It is still a really good community, and it's nice to be able to look up to people, and it's nice to realize that you had people to look up to as a freshman, and then you get to move on and now you're that person. And that's something you can learn a lot from St. Anne's too. You were a kindergartner looking up to the 6th graders you were sitting with, and now you're the 6th grader that gets to be the example.
I stayed there when they added a 7th and 8th grade, and I think that just built on, it added more to my knowledge and my education. And not only that, but I think Edgewood is kind of almost like a bigger St. Anne's in my perspective, because St. Anne's was like the basis of your faith, but then here you can expand on your faith and you can expand on your knowledge of everything. And I just think that's a really great opportunity for those who want to explore their faith and question it, but expand as well. As in other schools, they don't have religious studies classes there, but here they do. So.
Almost the same kind of story as Philip, but I also came here to the campus school for 7th and 8th grade. And again, the same story with the math. I was actually doing a higher math than what everybody else was doing. So that really helped me to succeed here. But
What's kind of an experience at St. Anne's that kind of sticks out in your mind and you'll always carry with you?
I loved Catholic Schools Week. We would always be doing something different. I didn't care what it was. Sometimes we go roller skating. Sometimes we put on shows. There was always the talent show that week. I remember 8th grade, one of my classmates, she dyed her hair completely green, and her face was completely green, and we put on a skit in front of everybody. We looked completely ridiculous, but it was just so funny because everybody was just having a great time.
Very funny. My daughter was a kindergartner when you guys did that, and I thought, okay, that is cool. That's the kind of self-confidence that I want her to have, and feeling completely comfortable going out and being silly and creative. Love that.
I think that also having the musical, just having theater production also gave us confidence. We could stand up and be goofy. We could do anything. We could interpret anything, and that also helped with being in the talent show as well.
And speaking of the musicals, that was probably some of my favorite memories. My 6th grade year, we did Aladdin, and it was so much fun, and I was the carpet, and I was in the ridiculous costume, but I loved running around in the background, and I never had to say anything, so I didn't have to memorize anything, but I still got to act and be really big about all of your actions, and it was really fun, and I loved being with all of the people in the musical, and it was so much fun. And it did give me a lot of confidence to move on through life and be fun and have fun doing crazy things.
There were a couple of things for me, actually. One, I can't remember what year it was, but it was the Pope, when they inducted the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was at lunch that point, and everybody was kind of just like running around trying to find a TV, to figure out what was going on and who was the new pope. It was crazy. And then there was also I think it was 7th. When was Beauty and the Beast?
Oh gosh, that was 7th grade, yeah.
Yeah, 7th grade. When I ended up being the stage manager for that, and I was like, when I was at the front of the stage and they were congratulating me, it was really nice to see everyone that was there. And
I love Miss Rysam. She is one of my favorite teachers and always will be. She's so inspiring to me. She's actually my neighbor. She lives right down the road from me. I hope to keep in touch with her. I mean, she's just a wonderful person. She's so kind and caring, and she really gives back, and she's one of my favorite teachers.
Did you do any of the robotics?
We did robotics 2 years or...
I think
That was something she
3.
taught them, right?
Yeah, she taught that. That was fun. She would put us into pairs, and we could like create our own little robot, and it would do something. I think my partner was Mary Claire, and ours was called Amadeus, and it would play piano, and we would have a robot convention, and everyone's robot would either like do something different, like pick up a cup, or like one was a dog, and other was a magnet that you made. So it was really cool.
Great family. We've been talking about how it's a great community, but you keep those friends for I wouldn't probably forever. I haven't gotten to forever yet, but for this long we've been staying friends, and I still talk to them when I see them, so
I want to know about the parents. You know, one thing that's very different about a public school, for example, is the parent engagement in the school, having parents around at lunch and recess and things like that. Do you think that impacted you at all? Did you notice it, first of all? And if so, you know, how did that make you feel? And I kind of think it probably falls into that family feel.
yeah.
But talk to me about that, if you
I
would.
think that it helps a lot just because you get to know more people, and then like your parents get to meet other parents, and it just becomes this whole big community where everybody knows everybody. And that's kind of like that here. I mean, maybe not so much with parents, but with students. If you join something and then you join another thing and you meet a lot of other people, like everybody knows everybody here. And it's just a great feeling.